It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, December 12th, 2020. We're almost there, folks. It's almost over. Just a few more weeks to go, and then we're free. We're free! Free, I tell you! Yeah, I know. I did my creepy laugh at work and kind of freaked my coworkers out. But still, nonetheless, what do I have to talk about this week? Well, believe it or not, I actually had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for topics, but still, I found the topics for you, the fans, to enjoy. Because, believe it or not, DynaZenon's trailer is out, and we got the spring release. It's going to be released in spring. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. Gridman was so good in an anime. I can't wait to see how good this one is. Speaking of anime that are coming back, or at least getting another shot anyway, Code Geass, Z of the Recapture anime, is going to be continuing the Geass saga. I actually kind of liked Code Geass. It was actually a really good, that was really good, by the way. It was really good. Dr. Stone Season 2 premiere and date have been set, as well as teaser, key art. Oh, it's going to be fun. And World Trigger's even been released. Well, it has its release date, and I can't wait for that either. Oh, boy. What anime would you have considered classically licensed anime that you were kind of glad that they did license? You know, those rare gems that have such a cult following now it isn't funny. And, of course, what type of a podcast would this be without me talking about something video game related, right? Believe it or not, Sephiroth, the one-winged angel himself, the thing that so many girls throw themselves upon, at least most of the ones in my high school did, is now getting a stab at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster as a massive DLC. Oh, God, no. I mean, it sounds interestingly cool, but oh, God, why? All this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But before we get started, you know the song and dance by now, I'm sure. Check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff for sale, including trading cards, DVDs, video games, and a lot of other things. Anime stuff. Come on, I'm an anime nerd. I'm an otaku. I'm a weeb. Yes, I'm one of you. I am a true fan. I wear my weeb badge with pride, damn it. Hell, I used to wear my NEAT badge with pride, but sadly I've had to retire that thing. I'd love to unretire it, though. I'm not gonna lie. There are days when I would love to, but I can't, sadly. It's just, if you become an adult, you have to put away childish things. But it does sit in my drawer. Anyway, check out my eBay page, because where else in the world can you get anything in the world from toupee worn by William Shatner to a Kleenex that was used by Dr. Dre? Hell, you can get anything. You want a Farrah Fawcett poster? You want Farrah Fawcett's underwear? I guarantee you somebody's probably selling it on eBay. I wouldn't doubt it. It probably won't be up for long because eBay will remove it. But still, eBay is your place to find anything. So while you're surfing eBay, come check out my little realm of eBay. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Don't forget, though, while you're also surfing the World Wide Web, or if you have your smart device open, you can swing on over to Twitter at Otaku Roads and hang out with moi, yours truly, on my official Twitter page, because, hey, come on, hang out, shoot the shit. I'm usually always on Twitter. And don't forget, there is the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. Yes, that's right, I do have a Facebook page. Do you have Instagram? No, I don't. For damn good reason I don't, but no, I don't have Instagram. I do social media, just not all of social media. But hey, come on, swing by, check me out. Oh, and while you're here listening to this podcast, don't forget to thumbs up, thumbs down, like, comment, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Liking the videos makes me happy. And in all honesty, subscribe and ring the bell so you can be aware of when new videos drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Alright, so yeah, how'd my week go, right? The usual part of this podcast we get to. Yeah, so my week sucked. Um, Work's just been kicking my ass, getting up really early, having to go to work, getting up, go to work, get up, go to work. When I get home, I kind of feel wiped, but I can go to sleep at 4:30, get up at 10, get up at 11:30. Though now this week I gotta get up at 10:30 because I gotta be at work an hour earlier. Because of course, yay! Oh, it's gonna be a fun week. I can just feel it in my bones. It's gonna be a fun week. But yeah, otherwise, my week was pretty much dull, boring. Honestly, it actually was. I didn't do much of anything this week, aside from just, watch some YouTube videos, check out some job postings online. I didn't really do much of anything this week because I was too exhausted to do anything. Most of the time I was fighting to keep myself awake so that I could actually sleep for the few hours that I was going to get sleep. And I was like, now I'm just wiped. I'm just like, don't do anything. Just surf the net, check this, check that, call it a day. Surf the net, check this, check that, call it a day. I realized, though, earlier today I forgot to do one thing this week, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. I forgot to read the latest issue for my one comic, so that kind of bums me out. I completely forgot about it. I spaced on it, so I'll have to pull that up quick tomorrow to read that. But, yeah. Did watch Ultraman, though, today, happily. Almost caught up. I can't believe it's almost over, though. Ultraman Z. Next week's going to be the finale. My mom started watching it with me like 2 Saturdays ago because I had to work early in the morning. It's like, I really don't want to... It's like, I'm going to watch this. And she's just like, okay. I'm like, you don't mind watching it with me, do you? And I don't think she minds, but I don't think it's her cup of tea. But then again, she used to watch this crap with me when I was a kid, so what the hell's the difference now? But either way, I mean, it's getting pretty good. But of course, we're getting into the end game now. It was like the prelude was this week. Next week's the final episode, apparently. Yeah. Seriously. 25 episodes? It's going to go the way of Decade in this? I would have figured at least 30. Hell, I started watching that thing in the middle of summer when I couldn't sleep early one Saturday morning. I found it online. YouTube recommended it to me. And now it's just going to up and end. I was like, oh, God. So I was kind of bummed about that. But otherwise, yeah, my week's been pretty dull as dirt. Not really much to say. So, without any further ado, then, I'd say let's just get into the podcast, shall we? Because we got a lot to talk about this week, and, yeah, I can do, maybe I can get this in under an hour for once. Maybe. Who knows? Probably not, knowing my luck. Alright, so let's start off with the, biggest thing here, plus it's the current tab I have open anyway, so it kind of saves me some time. So Sephiroth, everybody's favorite one-winged angel from Final Fantasy VII and Advent Children. You know, the thing that most women were throwing themselves upon. At least, like I said in the intro, most of the women and most of the girls in my high school were anyway. I remember this huge things like Team Edward, Team Jacob. Oh, screw that crap. There was Team Sephiroth, Team Nightmare. I mean, hell, there's that, those 4 YouTubers that did that cover song, I'm the Boss, and the ones like literally going, name Sephi, phones, give me your digits, phones getting heavy. It's literally signifying what Sephiroth basically is. He is eye candy. Like 60 types of eye candy. I can never understand why people liked him so much. I'm terrified by the man. I remember trying to beat him in Kingdom Hearts 2. Let me put it to you this way. I couldn't do it. That was the one Keyblade I could not get was Cloud's Keyblade. I was pissed that I couldn't get it. Pissed. But yeah, so Nintendo promised that a new Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character would reveal would go down during the Game Awards 2020, and they did deliver. Holy shit, did they deliver. First off, kudos to Nintendo for actually keeping a promise. The latest addition to the roster is on the way to give Cloud from Final Fantasy VII a real challenge in Smash, because it's Sephiroth. The thing is, I can just see players going, it's going to be Cloud versus Sephiroth, and that's going to be like the big thing for a while. And depending on how Sephiroth's move choices are, I'm getting the weird feeling that it's going to be considered OP real quick, and they're going to nerf his ass. I mean, look at Minecraft Steve. How many people instantly figured out the 3-block trick, and it's like, boom, that's it. They can't even get back onto the stage if you knock them off. Boom, 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 put the blocks up, and they're done. Seriously. And then all of a sudden it's going to be like, well, that's it for that. Unbeknownst to them, that now is considered OP, I guess, in some cases, because they can just spam that. It's like, oh, well, that's all I need to do, and then he's OP. He might be considered overpowered, and then he'll get nerfed. I mean, come on. They'll probably do this to Sephiroth, though, but you're going to need Fighters Pass Volume 2 in order to get it, though. But yeah, you can watch the reveal trailer. Apparently he wants to... apparently he tries to stab Mario, and holy shit. The size of his sword alone. Mario should have never gone near this guy, for starters. I mean, if I were Mario and I would have seen this, I would have ran like hell in the opposite direction. What made Mario think he could take on Sephiroth? Cloud can barely take on Sephiroth. And he needs like the power of every single one of his friends to do it. But Jesus. Yeah, no. Holy crap. I mean, dear God. Sephiroth is a badass. A freaking badass. But yeah, of course, sure. I mean, by the way, Nintendo, while we're on this, when am I going to get to be in a Smash Brothers game? You know, have me with my ability to rant and just bring people to their knees, I guess. I don't know. Make me a normal character. I don't freaking care. I mean, everything seems to be getting, you know, a character representation in Smash Brothers. What the hell? Give the humans a chance here. You have Ness and all of them from, you know, the Mother series and Earthbound. Come on, give us a chance to pick some human characters. Open a contest or something. Give us a chance. Hell, I'd love to jump in on that. I could be a video game character. Yay! That would be cool. Yeah, come on. You get to pick your own powers, your own weapon. Okay, well, you get to pick your powers within reason. Otherwise, yeah, that would be like massive OP all of a sudden. It's like, well, this new character's really overpowered. I mean, they have an ability that literally sends the characters flying in 4 different directions. They can just smash right down, boom, send everybody else out of the arena, and it's done. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. It's like, yeah, I don't think so, my friend. No, man. No way, man. Yeah. Oh, God. But no, this actually is pretty cool. We're getting Sephiroth, or at least you guys are. I don't play Smash Brothers at this point. I don't have a Switch. I'm not going to get a Switch. But this is actually pretty cool that we're getting Sephiroth as a DLC, which proves that Final Fantasy is definitely a series that is way more valuable than ever thought. I mean, first off, I'm still kind of pissed that it was cut from Kingdom Hearts 3. They could have had some of the Final Fantasy characters in the main game. No, they were part of the DLC. Screw the DLC. I would have rather had them for the main game, because you kind of wrapped everything up. Like, the main storyline you wrapped up in the 3rd game. Finally. So, yeah, that would have been nice to have them in as like a cool little fond farewell, have a level with them. But no, all Disney. You spend more time on the attraction gimmick that really wasn't necessary. You could have used that space that you created for that and brought in some characters. Gave them some lines, or just had them be like an assist or something. I don't know. Figure something out. But Jesus. No, you screwed up royally, wholeheartedly on that. That was a wasted opportunity. But then, like I said, of course, they come in then for the DLC, which... How many people actually bought the DLC? How many people actually bought it and waited till a YouTuber actually put it up and played it, then realized, oh, wow, I just wasted money on something that should have been in the main game. Wow! ooh, that's, yeah, no, that was bad. But it is nice, though, that Sephiroth is back in this. I think the last time he was in any game, I think that Nintendo had done, I don't think it really was any then. Yeah, actually, no, I think this would be the first, yeah, this would be, because Final Fantasy VII was on the PlayStation, and, yeah, so this actually would be. Oh, holy shit. Damn. Well, ain't that impressive? Holy shit. Yeah. This, I gotta admit, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to this. At least seeing people play this. I can't wait to see the look on people's faces. They're gonna be like, oh my god, he's OP, he's overpowered, he's too powerful, I can't defeat. And then you're gonna have just nerfing all around. Everything will get nerfed, powers will get nerfed, sword will get nerfed, you name it, it'll get nerfed. Somehow it'll get nerfed. There'll be an update. I want to guess on it. I guess I want to put a guess on it. I'm going to say right about maybe a month and a half after his release, he's going to get nerfed. He'll be nerfed. I can almost guarantee it. Somehow he'll be nerfed, and that'll be the end of that. But still, it's cool that Sephiroth's coming. Welcome to Smash Brothers. I'm still waiting for my invitation, but I guess it'll never happen. But I can dream, damn it. I can dream. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so if you've been following me, at least listening to the podcast and that, you know that I've talked about this at least a couple times. ssss.DynaZenon. Yeah, so DynaZenon. It's the, I guess you want to call it the sequel or next saga of the Gridman anime. But, yeah, this thing's actually pretty freaking cool. So, again, Studio Trigger, and I think this time it's Graphinica, is going to be doing the animation. Character designs are by Masuro Sakamoto. And so many other people involved, including Kari Amiyama for the director, and Kenichi Hasegawa for the screenwriter, and music by Shiro Saguchi. So, yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It's a follow-up to ssss.Gridman, which basically was the massive, holy shit anime series when it debuted last year. Holy crap, it just dropped shit. It basically came in, dropped it like it was hot, and walked right out like a badass. I mean, it was a badass. Or was it the year? I think it was the year before. Or was it last year? I don't remember when it debuted anymore. But my god, it was... I don't know, it would have been the year before, so I reviewed it then. But yeah, so it was a badass. It was badass. Basically. But, yeah, so we now know that it's going to be... the release window is around April 2021, which is a good thing. We finally have a release date. I know that Dr. Stone just got theirs. I'm going to be talking about that. And World Triggers was released as well for when we're going to get World Trigger. I'm excited for World Trigger. I'm not going to lie. World Trigger, I loved watching that. You could have did without the one arc, but I'll forgive it for the sake of it's coming back. I want to see more. I want to know what's happening next. God damn it. You had me suckered into the 73 or 75 episodes that it was, and you suckered me in, and then you just left me blue-balled. I don't like that. We also got, though, a fresh trailer. But, I mean, I'm kind of interested in this. I think this is pretty cool. But the kicker is that I've been seeing, like, a trailer, and I've been seeing, like, little previews for it at the end of the Gridman episodes that the one channel on YouTube puts up every Friday. Or actually, I should say it's, like, Thursday, but I think it's, like, premieres Friday morning, so I watch it Friday afternoon, so it doesn't matter to me. But... yeah, I mean, at the end of it, after you get through this is what's coming up next time on Gridman, and then you see this trailer, and I'm like, or this little preview skit, and I'm like, this is DynaZenon, holy shit, this is pretty cool. And I kind of think that's why we're seeing a lot of the Gridman stuff officially, like, getting releases, even if it's only, like, a limited run, because Honestly, and I don't think they should do a limited run of it. I really don't. Because if you look at the view count that the first episode had, I'd say within an hour of it going up, they had a winner on their hands. I would have just kept this on going, you know what? We're not just going to limit this to 2 weeks. No, hell no. Oh my god, we'll lose our ass. But, yeah. We do have the cast. I am not even going to try. Because... Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try because I know I'm going to mispronounce it. You can read them in the article. I will definitely mispronounce that. But yeah, I am looking forward to this. The new Gridman verse, new series, new saga. Oh god, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I want to say this, if the original, the first Gridman anime we had was any good, I will definitely say that this thing has a damn good chance. I mean, lightning can't strike twice in the same spot, but holy crap. If they can manage to do it with this, it'll be a miracle. I won't lie. I mean, I'll look forward to it. But now, for those of you that may not remember ssss.Gridman, first off, you can go check out the very first episode of the anime GBU. I reviewed it. And yes, it is hopefully coming back, provided shit in my life gets itself together and we can figure out point A to point B and point C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. We'll leave the rest of the alphabet to, finger itself, basically. But for those of you that don't remember the Gridman anime, this is how Funimation describes it. So, Yuta Hibiki can't remember who he is, and now he's seeing and hearing things that others don't. A voice from an old computer tells him to remember his calling, and he sees a massive, unmoving creature in the distance. Nothing's making sense until the behemoth springs to life. Suddenly, Yuta is pulled into the digital world, reappearing in the real one as the colossal hero, Gridman! I love doing that. I remember doing that. But yeah, Gridman was a good series. Like I said, I've been watching the original series, the original Tokusatsu series, which, if those of you that don't know that, Gridman was converted here in the U.S. by, I know it was Saban and Deke, into Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. And that's how I remember it as a kid. And then you watch Gridman, and I'm like, yeah, Cyber Squad did this better. Okay, Gridman's doing this one better, but Cyber Squad did that better. And it's like, it just kind of makes a little more sense. I mean, the villain in this kind of does suck, the human one. But, of course, Kilo Khan's original version was a lot more menacing, more, I'm going to kill the humans, screw the humans. And it's like, yeah, versus Kilo Khan, which was, meat things are annoying to me, but I need them right now. And plus, you are never going to find a better voice if you would actually dub, if you would redo Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad into like an actual full-blown series, or if they would decide to change up characters in that or remake it. You are never, ever gonna find a better voice for Kilo Khan than Tim Curry. You are never. He brought menacing to a whole new level with that. I mean, if I would ever create a character and do like an official, hey, look, I can make an anime, or I've made an anime, it's getting an English dub, I would push for him, if he'd still be alive at the time, I would push for him to basically be the voice of that character. Trust me, it would be worth it. He brings horror. He is a good actor. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, I know he's still alive. I said, by the time I would ever get that, I'd probably be in my 60s, and there's a good chance he might be, kicking the bucket. I don't know, but no, he's still alive as far as I know. But holy crap, I would love to have. He'd be great to have be the villain for a series. Be like, yeah, this is what it is, man. This is the full on. Yeah, he's just bringing Kilo Khan into this. It's just think Kilo Khan, but much more evil. Holy crap, he'd be good at it. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, I'm excited for DynaZenon. Hopefully it'll be as good as they're letting on. If If it sucks, I'll be pissed. I know you'll be pissed. A lot of people will be disappointed. But then again, we may not get the same miracle that happened with Gridman. I don't know. Who knows? Because they might be overhyping this now. I mean, anything could happen. Hopefully it's as good as Gridman. I'll take that. If it sucks, I'll be disappointed. Because it's going to have the one in it that they should have had in Gridman, but they didn't have in Gridman, and it did kind of piss me off. Because this one's going to have the Drago program in, as far as I can tell. And that's what they should have had in... I know it has an actual Japanese name. I just remember it from... I more or less remember the Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad name, the American version's name, than I do the Japanese one. So there's that. But yeah, that's the one thing that bugged me with Gridman, is that it didn't have that in it. It didn't have, the original... It didn't have the last and final, the big heavy that they had in, the original show. That was what kind of bugged me. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully it's going to be as good as they're letting on. If it sucks, I will be pissed. I guarantee you that. Alright, so Code Geass. Holy crap, this is a name that I hadn't heard about in a long time. I remember watching this. I think it was on Adult Swim. I ended up watching like an episode of it, and I was like, holy crap, this is kind of interesting. Or, was it Adult Swim? I think it was Adult Swim. I think that was before they got Toonami back. They just ended up getting like an anime, like a weird one at one point. I'm almost sure it's what it was. I'm almost sure it was Adult Swim. Or maybe I just bought the damn DVDs. Yeah, I did kind of buy those then too, but still. I scraped some money together. I got those back in the day when I was poor and didn't have a job and I was a NEET. Yeah, I scraped some money together. But still, Code Geass was really cool. Yeah, the Lelouch of the Rebellion, which was really interesting. Basically, the whole point of Code Geass was Great Britain decided to finally, they had enough of the world and they decided to take it over, go full dictator on our ass. And they just conquered everything with these new weapons they call Nightmare Frames. Pilotable robot suits of armor that were basically unstoppable, and they just conquered everything. They went full dictator on our ass, and that was it. So basically the entirety of Code Geass was this splinter organization that was trying their damnedest to overthrow the New World Order, which didn't exactly go very well. However, you had one key element into this. Lelouch v. Britannia. Yes, that's right. You heard me correct. Apparently, the child of the King of Britain basically was sent away with his younger/blind sister to a private school for his own protection, I think is what they were claiming. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's like, yeah, he goes all the way back, goes to like a private school now. His blind little sister's there. His mother was shot dead in front of him. That's why his sister went hysterically blind. And oh yeah, all types of fun stuff. But on his way home, back, to the school, from a little extracurricular activity, nothing sinister, evil, or illegal, mind you, just something funny, he ended up running into a mysterious girl named C2, or CC, basically. And it was kind of weird, and through his meeting her, he ended up gaining the Geass power. Now, Geass is a really cool power. It basically allows you to, take control of somebody by making eye contact. You can have them do whatever you want. You can give them orders. They can tell you information if they know it. But basically, it can only be used once. It's a once and done effect. Because once you use it, can never be used again on the same person. So you really got to think who you want to use it on. You can't just go willy-nilly. Of course, the Geass can also spread to both eyes, which happened to Lelouch at one point, and his older sister was like, oh, I can now, take care of this. We're going to make it so that you won't be, considered the evil traitor that you are. You won't be Zero anymore. I'll announce it to the world. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. We'll be good. And he ended up accidentally commanding her to kill her subjects and or herself. And she did so right in front of everybody. and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, Zero's a murderer, and all hell broke loose again. And then, of course, Lelouch met his father, and his father revealed to him the real secret of Geass, and basically wiped his memory. Then the fake younger brother ended up trying to save him, and all hell broke loose, only to have him basically die. No, Lelouch, basically. The whole thing culminated with a plan between Lelouch and his best friend to basically kill him, stage it, make it look like it was Zero, so that the Empire of Britannia basically would kind of get screwed in the A, and of course the rebels would then have a chance. Go figure, right? It's convoluted, but you really got to watch it. But anyway, if you thought that was the end of Geass, man, you were wrong. Code Geass is actually going to be coming back with a double whammy, a new TV anime and a smartphone game. So the new anime is going to be entitled Code Geass Z of the Recapture. It's going to continue right from where Lelouch of the Resurrection anime film ended. So that's actually a pretty cool thing. We pretty much have, what's this here? Oh yeah, I'm not even going to try pronouncing names. Screw it. I don't think I can do it tonight. But basically, we have a pretty good cast of characters that are going to be directing, helming the character designs, and handling scripts. So that's good. I gotta admit, the visuals do look pretty badass. I'm not going to lie. And then you have a smartphone game, too, that's also coming out. Called Code Geass Genesis Recode. It's billed as a compilation of the series, collecting all current and future Code Geass works, stories from the anime and others within the universe. Will be featured with sim and RPG gameplay, and with some new animation by Sunrise. It's due out in Japan in spring of 2021. Probably never going to get it here in the US because Japan always gets the good shit first. Still sucks. But still, it's not a bad thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's cool we're going to be getting a new app for it. We're getting like an actual Geass game. We're getting new Geass anime. Yeah, this is actually not a bad thing. I'm down with this. I am so down with this. Because the original Code Geass it just blew me out of the water. When I first watched it, it blew me out of the water. I thought this was really cool. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. It just blew me out of the water. I mean, I looked up like the nightmare frames. I looked up everything. It might have just been, was it anime on Sci-Fi that I saw, like the Anime Monday or something? I don't know. I remember watching it on TV, and that inspired me to go and find it then. It was worth it. If you ever get a chance to watch Code Geass, I recommend it. Wholeheartedly do I recommend it. But yeah, this is really cool. If you're interested in Code Geass, it's getting another season, it's getting another anime production. All hail Code Geass, I guess, basically. Holy shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This really is exciting. It, honest to God, is. So yeah. I mean, more power to it. I mean, I remember it ended kind of weird, but it fit the story. So I didn't see Lelouch of the Lelouch of the Resurrection. I didn't see that. So I'll probably have to try to watch that first if I want to follow anything that's going on in this. But yeah, not bad. I mean, it's not bad at all. Could be worse. But yeah. No, I'm down with this. I'm cool. This works. This works really well. All right, Dr. Stone fans, get ready to get your rocks off. Okay, that one was intentional. I'm not gonna lie. That one was intentional. I will accept that one. Dr. Stone Season 2 has finally landed its premiere date. It's going to be January 14th, 2021. I know that World Trigger also got theirs released. It's going to be like January 9th. So I'm looking forward to both of these. World Trigger, I actually want to say a little more than Dr. Stone. But yeah, I kind of want to know what's going to happen next in Dr. Stone. I know. Andrew, just go buy the manga. You can read the manga. That'll tell you what's going to happen. I know I could. Here's the thing. Have you ever tried looking for physical manga in stores lately? They got limited supplies unless you know where to go, where to look, and they have a large section. Plus, a lot of them are kind of getting wheedled down a lot, I've noticed, too. So, there's that. But along with that news comes a fresh piece of key art, teaser trailer for Season 2. It's subtitled Stone Wars. It's going to put science against military might. So basically, for those of you that don't know what in the holy hell is happening because you've been living under a rock, again, I will take credit for that one. Since this one debuted and you slept on this series, the world was basically petrified. Massively petrified. Wait, they should just have what it is here. Okay, here we go. This is how Viz describes it. One fateful day, all of humanity was petrified by a blinding flash of light, which was really impressive, by the way. After several millennia, several 100,000 years, a high schooler Taiju awakens and finds himself lost in the world of statues. However, he's not alone. His science-loving friend Senku's been up and running for a few months, and now he's got a grand plan in mind to kickstart civilization with the power of science. This is basically what Bill Nye the Science Guy's wet dreams wishes he could be. Yeah, you heard me right. This is what Bill Nye the Science Guy's wet dreams wishes they could be. They're not even close to this. But yeah, so basically, Season 1 ended with, we have the realization that the enemy that they awoke to help them when they were about to be killed by a lion has now basically gotten to the point where he is flat out pissed Senku's still alive, because he wants the world to be 100% the young survive, the old are just dead. No more old people, no more adults. It's, the young people will rule this world. That's how it's going to go. And he's training like soldiers. He's training fighters. And the thing is, his entire mindset is that of a primitive person. And it was even specified that way when he was awoken. He's like the ultimate primitive high schooler. And that's his main thing. So, of course, he tried to kill Senku in the early parts of Season 1. He tried to kill him, which didn't end very well because there's still a piece of petrified stone in the back of his neck, back of Senku's neck, I should say, and that sort of kept him alive. So, of course, we basically get into this whole, Senku finds a village, which apparently is named after him, and starts befriending the villagers, eventually becomes the new village chieftain, declines the role, doesn't really want it, just wants to have, the Kingdom of Science started up, but they all respect him in the village now, because he saved the girl's life, and yeah, all good stuff, all good stuff. So, what's going to end up happening now is we're going to have the battle, because we know that he's still alive. The villain knows, I don't remember the guy's name. Otherwise, I would say, oh my god, I know what I don't remember his name. I don't think they say it here in the article. I don't think they do. Yeah, no. But yeah, so basically, yeah, he basically now knows that Senku's alive. He's pissed because he doesn't want Senku alive. He wants Senku dead. So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be worth watching. If not for the fact that it's just the continuation of Dr. Stone, which that series was one that was heavily slept on too. And a lot of people just were like, oh, okay, what's this Dr. Stone I keep hearing about? Holy shit, this is good! Yeah, that was literally what kind of happened. It's like word of mouth spread this thing like wildfire. It's like, oh, well, what is this Dr. Stone I keep hearing about? Holy shit, this is good! I mean, I remember watching it. I got a kick out of it. I thought it was great. I mean, okay, sure. It kind of delved a little weird there. In the latter half, it got a little weird. But at the same time, you could still follow along. We learned about, Ishigami Village. We learned about all sorts of stuff. We learned that there were other humans that actually survived the petrification because they were out on the International Space Station. So there was a lot. A whole hell of a lot that we learned wholeheartedly from this. But damn, I will just never forget they're all statues, and this jackass, I can't, for the life of me, I cannot think of his name. It's going to bug me, but I can't think of it, and I don't want to look it up. I'm just lazy. Yeah, he basically wants the world where the young rule the world and nobody else. But yeah, so he's destroying statues of like the elderly people, and he's only keeping the children alive. So that's going to be really horrifying when you finally perfect the nitric acid that's used to unpetrify the people, and all of a sudden it's like, where's my mommy and daddy? And it's like, oh, well, you see this guy over there in the tiger, outfit? It's got the tiger skin wrapped around him like a massive ass coat, looking badass. Yeah, he smashed the statues. Once the statues are smashed, they can't, no, they can't be brought back, because Senku tried that. It just revived flesh. That was it. Once the statues are destroyed, that's it. They're destroyed. They're done. That sucks. So, yeah. I mean, all in all, it's not a good sign. It's really not. But, seriously, though, I'm looking forward to this. Because, like I said, they've literally blue-balled us at the end of last season, because all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, it's about to get really good. Like, okay, one more episode, and that's where the season ends. You can just feel the blue balling. They just blue balled your ass, because they knew they were going to screw you. It's like, yeah, no, you're just about to end. We're done. No! Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was annoying, pissed me off. It was just god-awful, basically. That they did it that way, but still, they didn't write a check that their ass couldn't cash. They wrote a very compelling story. I found it very interesting. I found it good. It's not exactly a horrible story. It's not exactly a bad story. I would just like to basically get it to where it's going to be like simulcast. You can just pull it right up on YouTube or something. Can we just get to like that point? And not have to worry about, oh, well, I can only have it up for like an hour, or these like rogue Splinter Cells are just going to put up clips every now and then. Because I really did like the show. It was really good. And this is one of those that, look, you guys are going to release it. Just release it. Let people be able to watch it. Throw ads in it. I don't freaking care. Do what half a dozen other things do. Just throw some ads in that bitch. Make it so that people can watch it. It's not going to be that bad of an idea, but still, in the long run, it wouldn't hurt. I want to stress that it wouldn't hurt. But either way, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Dr. Stone and World Trigger are my two main things I'm looking forward to in January. Other anime coming out later in the year, but I'm looking forward to Dr. Stone and World Trigger without a doubt. They are my go-to anime for 2021 so far. And oh boy, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I'm like a 5-year-old on Christmas morning. I just want to rip open all the presents. In this case, I just want to watch the episodes and go, yes, it's just how I remember it. It's so good. I can't wait to see what they're going to do to World Trigger, though. I'm getting the feeling they're going to screw it somehow. I just get that feeling, but I don't know. Hopefully not, maybe. Who knows? Okay, so anime licensing is definitely one of the most confusing and sometimes not welcome topics. I mean, there are anime series out there that people go, why did this thing get approved? How did this actually manage to get a license that can be distributed, that you can air this on TV and shit like that? There are people out there that got pissed at that. But of course, there are always those classic cult gems, those things that will always hold that place of nostalgia in your heart, to give you the nostalgia boner. Because that's what it does. So here are 3 classic anime that Otaku USA are glad got licensed, but that they can't believe got licensed. And honestly, believe it or not, it's not really confusing. But yeah, not long ago, though, was a matter of which anime got licensed. It was a matter of what would sell the fastest. If it was something that was really screwy, it didn't happen. And that was one of the main things, too, like back in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah, I think even in the 70s, if they wanted to get their hands on an anime, like a distribution wanted to, they had to not only pick up the one that they wanted, but they had to really sweet talk the distributor to get the license. They had to take like 6 or 7 that were basically shit piles. That's why in the 80s you had a lot of really shitty OVAs that got dubs and stuff like that in the US, because that was the only way they could get the one that they really wanted. They had to take the others along with the deal, and they had to do something with it, so they're like, hey, some money's better than no money. Which is true. It really is. That is true. But it basically didn't end well, especially nowadays with reviewers like Bennett the Sage and Anime Abandoned and other things that poke holes in them and go, yeah, this is total garbage, or oh my god, what the hell? Because that's just how nostalgia works now. So it basically, though, back then meant that shows with tie-in merchandise or things that already proved popular cult classics were a bigger risk. So it rarely got picked up in any official capacity. Nowadays, though, nowadays it's like, hey, I'll take this. Can I have some of this too? Hey, all right. Yeah. Forgotten gems to weird cult hits, basically, everything gets adapted. Everything can get a license at this point. It's just basically, is it good? Okay, yeah, I can get a license. That's fine. Anime is a huge market right now. So these are 3 of them. They have Future Policeman, or Future Police, You're a Shaman, or Eureka Man, Miss Machiko, and God Mars. I have never heard of Future Police Urashaman, though. I know I'm mispronouncing it. It's Urashaman? Or Shaman? I know I'm mispronouncing it. Basically, it's a young man from 1983 wakes up in the year 2050 in the city of Neo-Tokyo. He can't remember his name, but he does appear to have picked up some weird time powers. Urashima. Yeah, so basically dubbed Ryu Urashima, literally Ryu Urashima. He teams up with a nun and a race car driver to become cops that bring down a criminal organization called Knee Crime. I'm not making this up. And if all this appeals to you, you're not alone. The classic anime Eureka Man was so popular it saved the production company from bankruptcy. It was Tatsunoko Productions from bankruptcy. So obviously this thing sounded, sadly though, I don't think it's interesting. It doesn't sound entertaining. It sounds really crappy and stupid. But whatever floats your boat. Sadly, though, the show was inaccessible by legal means in the West for many years. But the Takasono hit finally made its way over and can be watched via High Dive's streaming service. Now you too can see the show, and it's kind of like a reverse Life on Mars. It also has an adorable nun constantly beating up people. Okay, I'm sorry. That would kind of be interesting to see. But then again, I'm just thinking Wolfwood from Trigun, but still, that would be nice to see. Just, yeah, that'd be entertaining. Holy shit. And see, and this is one of the reasons that, and I will stress this, when it comes to like the pirate sites and stuff like that, there are 2 credos that I think a reason why they can exist cohabitarily with others is you have like older classics like this that never got distributed outside of their country. That means that they're stuck there. You're never going to know about it. It's basically like you're using a system to access it. Somebody found it and is putting it out there for you to see it. So then you can decide, hey, is this worth my time and effort? Even just if it's like a clip or something, YouTube would have copyright struck it probably. And it's like, no, so the pirate sites work a little better for that when it's like really, really, really old, or it's something that's really, really, really expensive, and you want to see, is this worth it before I invest the money in this? And like watch an episode or 2 and go, yeah, no, this isn't worth it, or yeah, no, this is worth it, I want to get it. There are people out there that do that. I'm not even going to lie about that. There are people that do that. So the next one, though, on the list is Miss Machiko. I have actually heard of this one. This thing was not well received by parents. They found this to be so wrong, it wasn't funny. In case you're wondering, think Helen Lovejoy. Won't somebody please think of the children? Yeah, that's basically it. So right up there with shows like Haruchi Gakken, Gakuyen. I'm sorry, I mispronounced stuff left and right today. Classic anime Miss Machiko was something of a troublemaker in its time. The title character was a cheerful, outgoing, very pretty school teacher. The girls loved her, and the boys loved her looking up her skirt, or catching her in various states of undress. As you might imagine, this show did not go well since it was aimed at students, and a lot of people were pissed back in the 80s. I can understand this. I mean, hell, if I would have been watching this, my mom would have raised royal hell. In fact, I'm pretty sure she would have raised royal hell. She walked in on me watching Demolition Man, for God's sake. She didn't understand what I was watching. I didn't even know what I was watching. And she walked in on the part where Sylvester Stallone and Sandra Bullock are having mind sex. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I was just as lost as she was. But anyway. Sorry about that. But anyway. But in their last batch, though, of license announcements, Discotek, which seems to be coming out of the woodwork all of a sudden. The massive announcements, licensing agreements, holy crap, they're really making a name for themselves. Confirmed that Miss Machiko is on the way, in spite of being buried by the decades. And concerned parents, of course. You'll be able to, you're going to be able to watch it in full, which I think is pretty cool. So Discotek's at least going to put it out. Fans will be able to watch it. If, I'm pretty sure like clips exist on YouTube and stuff like that, but this way they can watch like full episodes. Like I said, I've heard of it. I don't know much about it, but I have heard of it before, so it's not totally lost on me. But still, not a bad idea. Not a worse idea, but not a bad idea. So, that is pretty cool. And the third one, though, is God Mars. Yeah, okay. So basically, like, really loosely on the manga Mars, Rokushin, I'm not even kidding on that, Gatai, God Mars, featured an impressive 6-part combining mecha, piloted by Takeru, who's actually an alien known as Mars. The central part, Gaia, also had a bomb in it that would explode, that would detonate and destroy the Earth if he died. The story is spread into 3 arcs. Gave Mars a twin brother named Marg, and some other crazy twists and turns. So up until the recent years, though, the only way to see God Mars was by playing the Super Robot Wars or watching Mighty Orbots. Yeah, there's a nostalgic callback. Mighty Orbots. Wow. Yeah, they got their designs from God Mars. But the classic anime was officially licensed and is now available on Blu-ray. Sadly, though, the later adaptations that held closer to the original Mars manga have yet to be licensed, probably will never be licensed, and will forever rest in lingo and limbo hell. So there is that. Otherwise, though, yeah, this is pretty interesting. But which classic anime are you presently surprised got licensed? There's a lot, technically, but it depends on how far back you want to go. There was an anime that I got, it was like 2 volumes, 12 episodes total, called Mouse. I was amazed that literally got okayed, that was given a license. Parents, I'm amazed did not raise a royal bitch fit on that. There was you got Aiken. That one might be. Yeah, Getter Robo. I'm kind of shocked at that. Technoman. Holy. Tell me, that'd be funny. Somebody out there actually remembers Technoman. I dare you to say, oh, I remember Technoman. I remember Technoman too, because I ended up getting Volume 1 and Volume 3 and somehow could not find Volume 2. Yeah. I remember Technoman too. Technoman was a good series. I really did like it. It was weird but entertaining. But you could piss whip through that real fast, especially when you lose the, oh wow, there were commercials in this for a reason. Yeah. There were. There were commercials in that for a reason. A damn good reason at that. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of anime that I'm shocked got a license. There are some that I think didn't deserve one. Yes, there are some. There are a few. Otherwise, yeah, no, it's a pretty good list. At least some of those are actually going to be seeing the light of day out in the West for the first time ever. Miss Marika is going to be one of them. That sounds pretty interesting. Of course, I can see that going over like a lead freaking balloon nowadays, but still, you never know. Good things could happen. Maybe. Somewhat. Hopefully. Alrighty, folks. That's going to pretty much do it, though, for me here this week on the podcast. I am getting sleepy. My eyes are getting heavy. Yep, I got to lay my head down and put my weary bones to rest for a while. But hey, don't forget to submit your questions for the December Q&A video. Please have them in by the Monday before Christmas. If I remember the date, it should be the 21st. Please, please tell me I have it right. Come on, tell me I have it right. Yes, I have it right! It's a miracle! Yeah, so I'm going to try to get the video up on Christmas, God willing. I probably will not be able to upload anything the day after Christmas, because rumor has it I'll be working. I don't know. I'm going to try to record it either on Christmas Eve or a couple days beforehand. God willing. Don't know. Hopefully things work out and go a decent way. Damned if I know if it will or not, but who knows. But still, don't forget to submit your questions. Have them in midnight on the 21st. Sorry about that. Yeah, so midnight on the 21st, Eastern Standard Time, to have your December Q&A questions in. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This is the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel, and I am out of here. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, remember, as Casey Kasem used to say, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Bye, everybody, and I'll catch us all next week.